Hello, welcome to Brandon Media Strategies. My name is Joel. I'll be your instructor for the semester as we go through the world of brand and media as it pertains to graphic design. I'm excited to be here. I hope you're excited to be here. And I'm just going to say, let's jump in and get going. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go over kind of like the layout of how we do stuff. I'm going to go over a couple quick lectures, and then I'm going to go over some of the quicker projects. No, I'm going to go over the big one and a couple quicker ones. And then on Thursday, when we meet again, I'm going to go over like the design work and work with you on design, meaning I'm going to show you like the design process, how to do it, how to execute it like a professional. And then we'll kind of get in the mode after that. Today is always like the big day. It's the first class. It's the first recording. I had to go over all this, Blackboard stuff to make sure everybody's on the same page. But once we're done with that, we're going to get going. We're going to have a great time. So I look forward to this. And so let's jump on in. So this is the Blackboard shell for me. You either online or hybrid, however you want to take it. I record these. I'll post them after recordings on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll go over everything that we need to go over. It's all good. We have your calendar, which you can click here. If you go to month and you scroll down, you will see all your assignments are here, like when they're due. And they're always due on Tuesdays at midnight. Tuesday at midnight. So you have a full week to do it. So it's they're assigned on Tuesday, and then you turn them in on Tuesday, and that's how we roll. That's how we're going to roll and do it. Announcements. Here's the announcements. Read it. Don't read it now, but read it. Discussions. So we have discussions. Please hold. Come on in, grab a seat. I've already started teaching. Brandon Media Strategies, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Started at 1. So the discussions, all the assignments have a discussion aspect, or most of them have a discussion aspect in which we will, you'll be looking at other students' work. Why do you want to look at other students' work? Because it's going to motivate you. You're going to see what other students are doing and either be like, oh, I got to up my game, or like, oh, okay, it looks like I'm doing pretty good compared to, being compared to them. And it's, you may see somebody do something, you're like, how did you do that? And you write to them and you talk to them and see how did they do what they did. It's all good fun. And that's the way we learn. It's my way of doing just kind of like the portfolio critique. It's just everybody critiques. You're always critiquing. So you're always checking stuff out. Gradebook. Gradebook will populate and I do grades as soon as I can. I keep you up to date. There will be, I don't see it here. It must be turned up. There will be a final grade. Oh, current grade will always be populated. You'll know what you're getting because I stay up to date. There's nothing graded like 6 weeks afterwards. It's like Wednesday and Thursday I'll do grading, get it knocked out for you. Or if it's turned in sooner, you'll get your grade. So that's how I do it. Messages is how you can send messages to me. I send them to you, and that's how it works. So that's just the overview. I hope you've all been on Blackboard. I know you're all like rolling your eyes right now. I understand. I'm going to do this a little bit in reverse just to save us some time. So MATC help and support resources. MATC has help for you in a ton of ways. School, financial, food. There's like food pantries, like so many things. This is only a small list of them. Rely on the school. If you've got a problem, look, there's so many student support resources to help you. I'm having trouble with this. Find out if the school's got a resource for you. I need this. Find out if the school's got a resource for you. They are heavy into helping the students and guiding students and helping you get your degree. So use that as you can. It is there for you. All right, syllabus. Ugh. This is our legal document for the class. It has everything that you need to know. And if you have a problem, you will they'll first ask to see if you read the syllabus, if there's instructions in here of what you need to do. If there's a problem, they're going to be like, did you look at the syllabus? And then they're going to find the part in the syllabus and be like, well, it says here you need to do this and this and that. There is our syllabus. Read it, know it, reference it when you need to. Here's the other one, projects and grading. We're going to be doing a bunch of projects. 4 concept development projects. Those are called the big projects. Then I have medium-sized projects, which is 4 design discovery, brand discovery, and media discovery. 15 typography projects. This is small, and then the quiz is tiny. So it goes down. And you'll see it the way I have it laid out. I have it laid out in a certain way is because you should always be designing. And so I have projects that are super quick, 10 minutes, up until you take a couple hours. It's always changing, and you should always be working on something. And this makes sure that you're opening your programs every day. You're clicking around, you're working on them, and you're trying stuff out. More on that later. There's a textbook, Designing Brand Identity, 6th edition. All I have to say is I wrote this in the thing. Be smart, look around. You all know how to use Google. Look around Google, wink, wink, see what you can find. You know what a PDF is as a graphic designer? Know that, and then look around. You might be able to find something out there. I'm just saying. So there'll be quick readings. I'll show you that later too. Here's a grading breakout. So everything's kind of like just a little bit of everything in there. There's the grade schema. And this has it broken out week by week. There's 5 projects a week. It's like big, medium, small, big, medium, small, big, medium, small. Some of them take you very little time. Some take longer. This is all up to date. Yeah. Pretty dang sure. Yeah. 100% up to date. So that's how we go through that. So check that out. And if you're ever wondering, like, I wonder what's happening next week because he doesn't open it up, you can just go here and be like, oh, next week 3, we're going to do this. And it's there. And I do my scheduling. It's the same every week. It's just like the projects adapt and change, but there's a consistency every week. So you're not like, oh, all of a sudden we had to do this weird thing. I don't do that. I don't think it helps anybody. And I want you to design and be designers and not worry about like weird things popping up that you have to put extra brain thought into. That's taking away that thought from you actually designing, becoming great designers. Here's the big one. The grading rubric. All right. All my assignments have steps in them. Do this, then do this, then do this, and do this, turn it in like this, this, this. I check that you've done everything. For example, craft 3 sketches utilizing only 2 sans serif letters. How can I evaluate that? Did you generate 3 sketches? Ba-ching. Did the student employ sans serif fonts? Ba-bing. Has the students adhered to the use of only 2 letters? Ba-bing. You know, like, so that's the major one. And then beyond that, I look at the composition, or I look at like, oh, you know, it's kind of sloppy, or they're not using, you know, they haven't been learning like some of the craft that you should learn. And then that's the next part. But you should go through it and see, did I do all the steps that were asked for? And if you do it, you pretty much like, that's a solid B. You did it. Great. And then A's get like that extra part. Discussions, when you have a discussion, that's a grade. That's a full letter grade. I want you to look at the other students' work and see what you're up against. I want to see you see what they're doing and be like, oh, I want to do that. How do you do that? Talk to your other students. This is a way of like opening up these online. Some people are in class, some aren't in class, blah, blah, blah. Get to know people, work together, and learn from each other. That's what that's about. So most assignments have this, just so you know. Oh, what do you have to do? You download the assignment, you look at it, and you write back like, oh my God, I love what you did with that certain thing. You know, give compliments. ask questions. It's good. Late assignments. Late assignments get a full grade reduction. Everything's due at Tuesday at midnight. Wednesday morning at 12:01 a.m., grade reduction. 1 full grade. Yep. We live in that kind of world. If you were to turn in a professional piece late, you'd lose your job, you'd lose your client, you'd lose your reputation as a designer. It doesn't work. Graphic design is based on time. We have a launch. Your client comes to you, we are launching this product on this day. We need posters, flyers, handouts, and all this. We need it by this day. If you don't do it by that day, have it all printed, done, you just not even like ruined your job. You may ruin other people's work, other people's jobs that were relying on you to get this completed for their launch of their thing. So you have to be on time. Oh, but no, it's not okay. People will get fired because of this. So just get it ingrained in your mind right now. Never have late assignments. And if you do, it's a grade down. Oh, okay. I'll just take the grade down. Fine. That's fine with me. Just take it, but don't ask about it. Like, it's late, it's late. There are some exceptions. You need to write me in advance. If you don't write me in advance, not the night of, not at 11:59, the day it's due, because you wouldn't do that to a client. You know if you are sick, you know if you're well in advance. And I'll give you a day or two, not a full week. All right, just like you're sick for work. Okay, I'm off this day, and then I got to go back the next day or take another day off, and you're not getting paid. And that actually wouldn't work in the real world. You have to work through being sick and stuff like that. But got to write me in advance, tell me in advance. Let me know. But that's how it is. And then I don't accept assignments after 7 days, after the due date. So it'll be late, and then after 7 days, that session shuts down in Blackboard, and you can no longer get to it. So no matter what, it's just after 7 days. That's so late that like people have moved on. In the real world, you wouldn't be. If you were 7 days late with they wouldn't even talk to you. They would demand money back. They would make you pay them because you wasted their time. So no assignments will be accepted 7 days after the due date. Just shuts down. I move on. Everybody else who was getting it done on time moved on. I don't have time for it. So all assignments, no, just know it. Just kind of get, yep. Joel, he's a stickler. Yeah, I am. Because I love doing this, and I want to move on to the next thing in the next design. And I have these set up so you can do it. Everybody can do it. So how to reach me? 800 different ways. Discussion boards. I always have an open discussion board. I'll talk about that more in a bit. Email me. Here's my email. Hey, I got a question about this. Great. I get my email. It goes in my phone. Oh, carry my phone a lot, not all the time. Hit me up. Virtual office hours. Monday through Friday, like all day, basically. It's just email me and be like, hey, can we meet? And I'll be, yes, when do you want to meet? And if I'm not in the class or I'm not like driving, I will get the time and we'll find out a time to meet. I don't have just like only between the hours of 9 and 1 on every third Wednesday. No, every day. And if you're like, I need to meet, let's meet and we'll get it done. I've met at night. I'll meet at 7 p.m. if you need to sometimes. On weekends, in advance, if I'm free, I will meet and talk with you. GChat, it's just like texting through Gmail. That one's a little clunky. Or you can call and text me. Here's my phone number. Text or call. Let me know who you are. The big one is don't call or text and be like, hey, I have a question about a project. I'll be like, who are you? What class are you in? And what project are you talking about? You know, like, and then it's going to take us 80 times to do it instead of like, hey, it's so-and-so from Brand, and I have a question about the Summerfest project. And then I'll be like, okay, do you want to talk, chat, or do it through text? And then we'll go back and forth. So I am always around. I want to be able to answer every question that you have. You should never be like, I'm stuck. It like 2 a.m. in the morning, that's your own time to be stuck. Know that like I'm up at 8 and I'll be checking things right away. So, you know, those off hours. Some of you may be night people. I sleep at night, work during the day. So that's how you get a hold of me. If you can't get a hold of me, it's your fault, not mine. So there we go. Blackboard overview. I kind of went through this. They sort of make us do this. Yeah, we're going to do weekly lessons now. So cool. All right. I think that's all the housekeeping stuff. Yeah. So that's how I work. If you've had me before, it is the same setup. It is the same for every one of my classes. I'm very consistent. So if you've had me once, you're just like, oh yeah, I know what to do. Studio sessions. Let's check this out. 16-week time expectation. So this is, if you Google, how much time does a 3-credit course take for a college? This is the general answer you will get. You have 1 to 3 classroom hours per week, followed by 6 to 8 hours of homework. That is the universal college setup. So it is, you know, expect to spend between 8 to 9 hours a week on just this course. It's an 8-hour day. It's a work day. All my assignments are set up that you could get done in 8 hours or less. Yeah. And I usually don't lecture forever. Like today's going to be a really long lecture. Sorry to say it, because I have to do all this pre stuff that takes 30 minutes of my time. And then Thursday is going to be a little bit shorter. And then they all kind of like hang around maybe 45 minutes a piece. And I work with you, and it's more, it gets to be more fun because I don't have to explain the assignment, but I get to explain the design parts. So that's just the expectations. So if you're, here's the big one, spread the work. That's why I do this with my assignments. Spread the work over the whole week. Don't do it all in one day. I have these small assignments. I want you to be like, knock those out and be like, yeah, I got that done. I feel good. Oh, I got that one done. Yeah, I'm moving. It's not just one giant assignment that you're getting all anxious about. It's like a bunch of little ones and then one big one, but the big one's not that big. But the big one, the only thing different about the big one is it extends over a couple weeks. It's all good. You can do it. We can do it. And I want to work on some of these assignments with you. That's I love doing them. Like I do them over and over and over. So there you go. So you know, and this is universal. Every class should be set up this way. And I have time markers on my stuff. We went over this one. Don't need to see that one again. And then we go to session 1. As we work, session 1 will open. Then on Sunday, session 2 will open. And and then at the most, you'll have 3 available at a time. And then it just goes, 1, 2, 3. Each session is a week. And we click on it and we see what we have inside. They'll start with 2. These are like quick overall lectures that I'll do. We'll start today with those. We have a mid-session review, a project checklist, and then your assignments. Assignment 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 should take you 10 minutes. Chapter 1, brand basics, an hour. This one, an hour. This one, 2, and then this 3, 4. They are quick. Like this is like you look at a book and tell me what you got out of it. But I will go over the big one and these 2, and then Thursday I'll go over these 2. just to break it up today, because I know you'll be able to knock these out. And they're meant to be like quick. Like I do not want you spending more time on it than you need to. Yeah. Yeah, and this equals, yeah, the 9. So you'll get it done. Everybody always does. All right. So let's I'm going to jump around with these two, and then I'm going to go into the real work. So mid-session project review. If you got something and you want me to look at it before it's due, put it here. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to tell you what to fix, what's the correct before you turn in the final. Wait, what? Yes, I am the art director on your project for you. And if you want a perfect project, you send it into me. You'll be like, how does this look? Like you can send it before you post it, like for the final. How does this look? And I'll be like, oh, tweak it. Do this, do this, do this. They're always quick. It's never like redo the whole. Okay, I won't say never. I will try to make the changes quick. You do them and you turn them in and you learn. Like you always are going to be getting comments on how to fix your work. This is a way to do it in advance, because once the project's turned in, I'm like, oh, looking at it, you should have done this, 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 and this. But we're moving on. So once you turned it in, it's turned in. This is a way to turn it in, have it checked, and then turn it in like a more perfect one. I check these every day, Monday through Friday, and usually on Saturday and Sunday mornings. I can't guarantee Sundays all the time. So don't be like, well, I'm gonna show them all on Sunday. And then, well, things are turned in on Tuesday anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's more a hookup with online only, which your online only people are still on Tuesday's schedule. But please, why wouldn't you show me your stuff before that you turn it in, just to get and a lot of times I'm gonna say most people use this. I'm like, this looks great. Turn it in. I don't have much to say. So use that. Important project checklist. Start to know this stuff. I'm not the only instructor that uses this sheet. Mine's a little bit different, but this is all the stuff that a proper graphic designer needs to know and that I'm looking for very quickly when I do these. And then I write back like, oh boy, I see you did this. Look at that sheet again. Proper bleed. Every project needs bleed. It's just a standard in design. I will go over bleed with you again if you haven't learned it, and you will be using proper bleed from here on out. Did you use a margin, and are you using that margin to make sure that nothing important falls outside of the margin and gets cut off? I will re-explain margins to you later on in this course. No spelling errors. Even Photoshop has a spell check. Use them. If you type your own stuff, which spell check, everything has a spell check. That's huge. If you show people work with spelling errors, they're gonna be like, oh, well, we're gonna hire that person because they didn't even check for spelling. It's so simple, it's bad. No overset text. That means why do you have text hiding somewhere? You didn't do it all. Why do I see a plus? What's past there? Do that. Don't stretch or squeeze images. Don't stretch or squeeze text. Both of these. Don't do it. What are you doing? Don't ruin. Somebody had an image and you ruined it, a logo and you ruined it. Don't do it. If you do that, I'm going to take a picture of you and post it on social media with a squished head. You'll be like, wow, why is my head squished? You'll be like, well, it's somebody else's work that you're showing. Don't ruin it, especially with text. Well, I wanted it to fit in that area. There's ways to typeset properly than to just squish it. These two drive me nuts. No centered body copy. Why? What? No centered? Yeah, we don't do that anymore. Everything running down the middle like it's a poem, we don't do that anymore. We're smarter. We're better than that. We left a line or we right. It depends on the design itself, but we just don't always default to center everything. And that's body copy. No bold body copy. Why are you yelling at me? Doesn't need to be bold. If it's all bold, it has no hierarchy. We design with hierarchy, so no bold copy. I mean, you get bold, no bold body copy. You can have bold headlines, of course, but the body copy should be easy to read, and generally bold is not easy to read when you're setting body copy. No hyphens. Every program has a button in the paragraph section in which it will automatically remove your hyphens. Hyphens aren't needed. It makes words harder to read. It makes the flow of text harder to read. What are you as a graphic designer? You are a visual communicator, and you are trying to allow people to get the information that you are designing as easily as possible. Hyphens don't help that. You may be like, well, I get magazines or I read the newspaper, whoever does that anymore. And there's hyphens all over the place. The reason they have hyphens is because they're trying to jam in a ton of text in a small area, and the only way to do that is to include hyphens, and it's a whole different purpose. You are not going to be doing that type of typesetting much, so just click that thing and take out the hyphens. Here's another, widows. A widow is a single word at the bottom of a paragraph just hanging out all by itself. You have this beautiful paragraph, and then you have this one last word on a line by itself. That is a widow, also known as an orphan. Some people mix and match widow and orphan. An orphan is a word at the top of a column of text. Either one, it's it's named after a lonely person. The widow is all alone, and so is the orphan, and it's a single word all alone. We're going to stop doing that as well. I'm big on that as well, because widows just look dumb. Text too tight into text boxes. Everybody loves to do that one. I'm going to make the text as big as I can and just stuff it into the area. No, we want to breathe. We want, look at this, remove all hyphens, just right in the middle. It's big enough. So text too tight. No body copy, that's all caps. Oh, but I like this font. It's all caps. Then I don't care. Pick a different font. All cap fonts aren't meant for body copy. All cap fonts are meant for headlines and sub headlines. No body copy in all caps. Again, why are you yelling at me? Don't use more than 3 typefaces. Have some fun. And I have projects in here that are fun. Just take it easy. Like after a while, it's like, okay, how many fonts do you need? Body copy between 9 and 12. Yeah, I would even say 8 and 12. This just kind of goes with this text too tight. Is don't jam it in. It can be small. People can read. We have glasses, and they can zoom in and they can get closer. It doesn't have to be as big as possible. Formatting consistently. All headers should look the same. All subheaders should look the same. All body copy should look the same. It's just consistency in design. Watch how you low contrast on text. And we'll cover all these later on too, is like, if you put text on top of a photo and you can't read it, don't outline the text. Find a different background. Fix it a different way. That's another pet peeve of mine. No outlining text. I'm going to basically just say that from here on out. Never outline text unless it's a graphic choice and not something to make it read easier. Proper leading for design and paragraph breaks. Learn leading. Hierarchy. Not everything is in the design as important as everything else in design. Everything's all the same size. Like, no, what's the header? What's the title? The small stuff. We're good. Preview your PDFs, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. When you export, it's going to automatically open. You're going to look at it with a different set of eyes, meaning it's not in the program. It takes it out of the program. You get to see it, and you can find all your mistakes easier. And then we have 2 different types of PDFs that we're going to be working with: client-facing and print-facing. You save out 2 different ways. We're going to start learning that. So I have this in like every session, and these are the ones I'm going to look at. And so it's just in there to keep reminding you, like, look at your work, check it. check it. What is he looking for? Oh, he's going to check all those things. I better make sure it's done. And it only takes me a minute to open something up and be like, oh, I see you didn't do these. All right. And then I go back to the rubric and be like, well, they didn't. So, all right. That's all the crud stuff. What should I do next? All right, I'll do these 2 lectures and then 2 tinies and the big, and we'll be done. All right, and these are quick. These are quick lectures, don't worry. Oh yeah, I guess we're good on time. We're good on time. All right. Organize your files. Find a file structure to organize your work to make you a faster, more productive designer. If you save everything to your desktop all willy-nilly and you're always like, oh, I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. And you're searching for it. Those are minutes going by where you're wasting time where you could be designing. Always create a folder for your work and then work with that. Find out like how you want to work. So what I did when I was at my previous company as an art director, they didn't have a file system. And we had a lot of different designers all working on the same project, all not knowing where stuff was. And I developed a file system that no matter what, we all save files the exact same way. And that way, in my joking manner with that company, I was like, if a designer gets hit by a bus and they're out for like 2 weeks in the hospital, somebody needs to take over their work and they can open that file and know exactly where everything is, and because it was all saved in the same way that we all do. And there's no like, we can't find it and we're looking for the link and the link is missing and all this stuff happens. Well, stop that now. Develop a way to do this. And it's super easy also to just make a master copy and work with that. So I'm going to move this over here. What do I mean by master copy? So I can just like new folder, you right click people, new folder, and I go like project A. And then in there, you know, we create new folders. So why do I put a 01 underscore and a working files? I label mine with 01, 02, 03, 04, you know, because it keeps them in order. Whenever I look at, I go by name, and 01 is first in line, 02 is second line. Working files. It's my InDesign files. It's my Illustrator files. It's all that. New folder, 02 underscore support. This is going to be like, I made some weird designs in Illustrator and I want to keep them, but I need to keep them separate. Logos, you know, like a Illustrator logo. Well, that's not a working file. That's a support file, but I need to have it, or the whole logo sheet. It goes in support. Great. New folder, 03 underscore images. What goes in there? Oh, it's all the images I'm going to use. PSDs, you know, whatever it may be. All my images are in one spot. New folder. Research. This is the crap that you would throw on your desktop. Random files. Oh, I like that image. I'm going to use that as a reference. I'm going to, you know, all research, reference, whatever you want to name it. Cool. Do it. New folder. Fonts. When you download those fonts from the font or wherever you get your fonts, once you open it, throw that zip file into a fonts folder so you have it for later. So you have it when you move your file for project A to a different computer, somebody else uses it, they don't have to go to the font and find it and then download it. They already have it. One and done. And then the last one is always the final files. These are the ones that go to the client. This is it. This is completed. We went through our versions, 30 versions of client changes. This is the final. This is the one. If we need to print it again, we go to that final, we get it sent off. It's all perfect. Now, boy, Joel, you did all that. You know what you can do? You can just copy and paste this. Duplicate. Look at that. I open that. All I have to do, it's got all these in it, and it's done. And then this is project B. So I save a master. Rename. Where's rename? And that's what I do. This is project B. This could be like, you could just put like master project. And then every time I start a new project, I just duplicate the master. Boom. All the folders are there. I don't have to sit there and type them all out. And I'm done. And then I'm not wasting time on my computer looking for said image that's somewhere. I don't know where it is. And you can do this into Google Drive. Like it works across platforms. You take it with you, whatever. But you just take one folder. Everything's there. Oh, I need to relink my images because I moved to a different computer because you're in working files. Well, you just go to the images and hit relink one, and it's like, oh, I found the rest, and you're done. So start to organize your files. Here's just a suggestion. Do it in your own way, but it will keep you from running into all those problems, spending time looking for stuff. I used to have it. It was around here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. And even if you don't do it immediately, like before you shut down your computer, there's every once in a while, I'm like, oh, I threw a couple things on the, if I have a big mess here, I'll be like, oh, okay, these were for 126. And actually, I know these actually go into printing for 126, and boom, there. Now I can clean up and go home, and I'm all set and done. So easy peasy, just do it. You'll get to the point, you want to get to the point where if you don't do this, you're like, crap, I got to do it. I need to do that. And then you do it. So stay organized. Start now. Because, you got 5 different assignments, 5 different types of assignments. They're all going to repeat, sort of. So start making folders. All right, here's another one. And this is actually, I have one wonderful in-person student who gets to see the layout. Not quite done yet, but in the room that I'm working in, which everybody's allowed to on Tuesdays, like all day, and Thursdays all day, working smarter, best practices. Everybody's like, oh, I'm going to work on my laptop at home. And you're like, oh, Jesus. You know what we have here at MATC? Double screens with 3 screens. One's a drawing screen and a Wacom tablet. All at your disposal to work on here. They're professional setups. It's how I work. It's how I used to work. It makes working so much faster, so much nicer. And the big thing is it reduces design fatigue. When you're leaned over working like this, you get tired and you want to stop working sooner. But if you work like this, or if at least like this, you put your laptop on some books, and you have your mouse at a nice height and your laptop on some books, you're not bent over, squinting at your tiny screen, you'll be able to work for longer. So a couple tips. If not, almost all computers these days have some sort of HDMI or separate video port. A lot of times now they're roped into the USB-C, and so do TVs. Hook up your TV to your computer and use it as a second screen. Tell whoever you're rooming with or whatever, be like, just so you know, from 5 to 7, I get the TV, and you plug in and you work huge. And you won't be squinting, and you'll be able to see where stuff is. and you won't have to be like moving everything around your work surface just to see it. That's why we have these setups on campus. There'll be double screens. One will be mirrored to a drawing, a tablet, so you don't have to use a mouse. The tablet works so much better. And if by this point you still don't have a mouse, holy cow, good luck. Get a mouse, $10. It'll save your designs. I don't know how you could even design at this point without a mouse. And I don't even use a mouse. I only use a tablet. I can't use a mouse anymore. I hate them. Like, they're too clunky. They're like somebody like design with a brick in your hand or design with a pencil in your hand. Like, you're far easier and more comfortable designing with a pencil. It's more natural. So do what you can. And like I said, when the double screens are in, I'm going to take a picture and be like, anybody can come and use this stuff for free. Come on in, hang out with me. I'm here to answer questions, work with you. Like, unless you're working full time and your excuse is, I just don't want to, like, your designs will be so much better. Like, this is how I work. I work with 3 screens and a tablet, and you can do so much more. So we have it here. Work like a professional. Come on in. And if you need more days, like, we'll find people to support this room and come in, and you can come in and work on these. This is the first year. I spent the summer setting these up, still waiting on the double screens, but we've got a Wacom tablet. We've got an XP Pen drawing tablet. We got a normal screen, and I'm just waiting on that secondary screen. They're going to be amazing. So work smarter, not harder. Don't break your back. The easier it is for you to design, the better your designs will be, and the more creative you can be, because you're able to get what's in your head out onto that screen more easily. So don't just be like stuck. I can only do it. No, come here, work, do great work, do great design. I want to encourage you to just do that. So stay organized, work smarter. Come on in, Well, I'm shy. I'm here. I just put on music in the background when I'm not teaching, and I work on other stuff. We don't have to talk. I will if you want. But yeah, so check that out. Do that. All right. Let's talk about some assignments. Let's do the 2 super easies. Super easy. Graphic design, quick challenge for session 1. 5 graphic design questions, multiple choice, should take you 5 minutes. You should get an A. Why? I don't care how you look it up. Phone, Google, Gemini, ChatGPT, phone a friend, ask me, whatever. It's literally 5 multiple choice questions, but they're all based around graphic design. And they're all like, what does CMYK stand for? It's simple design knowledge nuggets that you should know and or have heard about. Like, so if you're like, well, I know what CMYK is, but I don't know what it stands for, you need to know what it stands for. So just look it up. What does CMYK stand for? Boom. And I believe you have unlimited attempts. Take it more than once. It's the same 5 questions. They just randomize. And if you're like, I didn't get 100, take it again till you get 100. It's a free 100. It literally should take you 5 minutes. 1 question, 1 minute. Boom, 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 boom. And they are literally just like literally one of the questions. What does CMYK stand for? There's 4 answers. You click on the right answer, you move to the next one. Why is hierarchy important? Then there's 4 answers, click the right one, boom, move on. This should take you 10 minutes of your time. Do it, get an A, start the week feeling great. Boom, knock that one out. Now what? Well, now what? Your reading assignments. Go to view instructions. There's a book that you need to get. Designing brand identity. Well, that's the section. Brand basics, chapter 1, brand basics, a section of designing brand identity. Sorry, I looked at something else and my brain went numb. I want you to just look over the chapter, peruse it, as I say. I'm not looking for memorization. And then what I am looking for is for you to write 100 words about what you thought was interesting in the book, what you took away from the book. I don't need you to write that in the book on page 48, they talked about this. Like, no, I know what the book said. We all know it, but how can you use it to relate to something that you have going on in your life, within design, within your world? So you can't cheat on this one because it's a personal reflection, you know, and it's 100 words. 100 words is like 4 sentences. It's not that hard. And I would like you to do it in an MLA writing style, which just looks like this, nice and neat. You guys are graphic designers. Everything you do should look neat. Like everything in your life should be designed. You're a designer. I'm so into that. Like everything I do. You don't know actually how long I spend trying to like make these Blackboard assignments look good and like formatting and it's impossible because it's an algorithm and it's not like I have design parameters, but it should look good. You know, your name, my name, the class, you know, make it look good. Microsoft Word or not Google Docs, excuse me. Use Google Docs and then just format it, export it as a PDF. Boom, you're done. So everybody asked me because the book is a little bit weird. And so I said, get the book. Well, here's a version of the book. I have a PDF of it. I wonder how I got that. Oh, the internet? Oh, did I pay for it? No. So it goes on. And the book has 4 sections with other sections inside. So everybody's asked, what am I supposed to read first? Well, the first week is brand basics. The second week is brand ideals. The third week is brand elements. The fourth week is brand dynamic. So it's these little sections right here. And now you're going to be like, well, what? 26 pages? Geez, that's a lot to read. Yeah, there's an outline. There's page 1. There's page 2. There's page 3, 4, 5. There's not much, okay? It is like little snippets and design things and quotes, and this is it. Like, it's like looking at stuff and just like reading it, like as fast as you can, and being like, dude, like I didn't realize, like, here, like IBM, and like I realized after reading this, like, oh, they had all these subheadings for their IBM thing, blah 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 blah, and then you write your 100 words. So don't think like when you look at that, like, oh, we have this giant textbook to read. No, it's a lookbook. It's a looking book. So just relax on that one, and then just be like, open it and just like click through it and be like, oh, that's super cool. Oh, the icons help communicate. Done. Keep moving. Go to the next page and you're done. So don't worry about it. It's easy. It's informative. It's got a lot of pictures. We all like pictures. We're designers. So knock those out. Thursday, I'm going to get into Discovery A and every designer needs to know. Again, real quick projects. I'm going to start on the biggie. And I'm going to actually go over this more on Thursday as well, as to not like inundate for so long. All right. This is the big project. It's broken out into 4 sections over the next 4 weeks. So we're going to work on this project for 4 weeks. It is a campaign. So it is a branding campaign. Let's dive in. All right. We are grouping together. This is fictitious, by the way. This is not real. This is all made up. There's nothing on the internet about it except for the 2 clients are real. So, Bubbler, Water, which is the real company. Oh, I don't want store locator. Which is Bubbler, which is a caffeinated sparkling water with crazy flavors, and it's cool with the kids, and everybody loves it. It's actually good. Ooh, new flavor. And Summerfest. If you're from Milwaukee, I think you might have heard of Summerfest. Is it still known as the world's largest music festival, or it used to be? 9 days, 600 artists, Milwaukee. These 2 are pairing up for a Don't Burst My Summer Bubble giveaway. So this is a brand campaign. We are creating a brand new brand campaign where 2 companies are coming together to give away tickets to Summerfest. So purchase a 6-pack, or purchasing a 6-pack of Bubbler drinks earns participants a chance to snag free Summerfest tickets. And there's a unique code inside every box. So we are building a campaign that needs to meld a few things together, and we have a demographic as well. So the demographic, as we talk, is our audience. We are looking to target college students and young professionals in the greater Milwaukee area. Why college students? Bubbler is like the new Monster. It is, but it's not Monster. It doesn't carry like maybe that rock and roll vibe, or maybe like Red Bull with the extreme. Bubbler is just like, all we are is we are a all natural, caffeinated, like green tea, I think caffeinated with some vitamins, sparkling water. And it's meant for like college students without being in your face, and young professionals. It's another way to stay caffeinated, but stay hydrated at the same time if you don't want to be drinking coffee all day. We're pushing this toward college students and young professionals because that's like the people who drink this stuff. That's who we want to snag now, and it's fun and it's bright, and that's who we want to talk to. And we thought if Bubbler was like, if we're teaming up, we would team up with Summerfest, like the greatest thing in Milwaukee that happens. And why not give out free tickets, you know? So we need to create something that entices college students and young professionals when they see our brand campaign to be like, oh, check that out. Oh, you know what? I wasn't gonna, but I'm gonna buy a 6-pack of Bubbler to get free tickets to Summerfest. But how do we do that? We need to entice people into that by creating a brand. And it's like an event brand. It's a one-time use. We're locking up some logos, but we're creating our own logo as well. So what does that mean you need to do? Well, we need to start looking at some stuff. You should dig through Bubbler. You should look through, like, check out like how they work, their branding, their brand consistency. Brand consistency means everything they do looks the same, acts the same, like every page I change to, beautifully done. What do we have? The fruits, stylized fruits behind the can with what it is, the same layout. Look at that, they got ambassadors. They're looking for campus ambassadors that take pictures and share their experience with the Bubbler, like all very consistent. Look at all these, college students having fun, sharing the drinks, studying, hanging out, maybe riding horses, weird stuff. They also do it for nurse athletes now. They want athlete ambassadors, healthcare. So they're pushing, but everything looks the same. They got recipes up in this, mixing and matching. So check it out. Look at it. Know it. You know what you should do? You don't have to. Go try one. Drink one. You know, when you do get in further into a client base, if you'd work for somebody that wanted a poster for their band, you would listen to their music. So you should try Bubbler. You know, I can't force you to go out and buy one, but a couple bucks, buy one, try it out. Be like, okay, so this is Bubbler. All right, I get it. And you get into it a little bit. The other one, Summerfest is over, but you should know Summerfest. What's the lineup? You know, look at their designs. What do they have going on? Oh, I hate these black outlines. Oh, I didn't like that. You know what? Check out what does Summerfest have going on. If you've never been, read through some of this. Know a little bit about it. Okay, we need to attract people. This is cool. We got some stuff, right? Experience. What's the experience? Food and beverage, experience. Get to know it. You have to know what you're advertising in order to advertise it. And that just takes a couple, 10, 15 minutes on each website, going through it, reading about it, knowing it, looking at it, and knowing how it works. Take some time. So here's the pitch. So the overview again. Bubbler Drinks presents the Don't Burst My Summer Bubble giveaway as part of the Summerfest ticket promotion targeting college students and young professionals in the greater Milwaukee area. The promotion spans from March to May. Oh, there's a timeline on this. Why March to May? Well, it's spring. And Summerfest starts, late June, early July? So we need to finish the promotion, be able to get people their tickets in time for this, right? So from March to May, and we don't want it lasting forever. It's just a short little time. You got to get the tickets while they last. You know what I'm saying? So we're aligning with the end of the academic semester, culminating with Summerfest in July. Purchasing a Bubbler 6-pack earns participants a chance to snag free Summerfest tickets with a unique contest code inside every 6-pack box. Join the vibrant spirit of summer with Bubbler Drinks, exclusive giveaway for Summerfest. Unlock complimentary Summerfest tickets with each purchase of a refreshing 6-pack of Bubbler. Celebrate the season with Bubbler in the enchanting melodies of Summerfest. This is how it rolls. This is the information you would get from a client to help you design properly. What are we going to design? How do we start this project? Well, we need a deck. So a deck is a professionally designed showcase of all the work. And we keep everything within that presentation. It is what we show the client. It is showing the client that we respect them and us, and that I'm not just going to show them some shitty drawings or something on loose leaf paper, but I am going to present them my work. And when you present your work, it should look professional and clean, because then they will look at you as a professional as well. And every design agency does this. They present the work. It's not just like, oh, here you go. How do you like this? You know, you hear about those old timey, I drew it on a napkin. Well, it started on the napkin, and then they went and they concepted more. So that's how it works. Just one second, Brandon Media?
No, Sebastian Cruz?
No, Brandon Media Strategies, the class?
Oh, no. This is 560.
Yes.
Yeah, I had what was it called? It was
Brandon Design Elements and Principles?
Yeah.
That doesn't start until October. I just sent an email out this morning saying it starts in October.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sure. Sorry about the mix-up. Yeah, I tried to get that out early. Got to always check your MATC emails. I should tell that.
They haven't given it to me because I'm dual enrollment, and they just haven't given it to me. So I can't.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, they should have known that it didn't start until October. Yeah, it's an 8-week shorter course.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault. Thank you.
Talk to your talk to the school. But I'm the person that you'll be in with.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. See you in October. Some class mix-up. Sorry about that. It's all good. Well, that sucks for that student who came in all this way. All right. So you're going to professionally showcase your work. All right. I want to look at your creative direction. I want some rationale. You should check out the competitors and competitor logos, and then you're going to do some logo designs. All right. The main thing is the logo designs for this week. So Tuesday to Tuesday, I want you to design a logo lockup. It is "Don't Burst My Summer Bubble Giveaway" is the primary element. That is the words we need to read front and foremost when it comes to this logo. I want to be able to see that from a mile away. Don't burst my summer bubble giveaway. That's the primary element. The Bubbler logo and the Summerfest logo need to also be incorporated into this design properly. You cannot distort either logo. You cannot change either logo. They need to be placed in as is, as design elements, as the backer of the main part of the logo. And then you can, some other additional elements can be added to that. I want 3 completely different visual logo lockups, not finals. All right. I want I don't want to say quick rough sketches either. I need to be able to tell what this logo is, so then you can complete it in the next week and then give variations on it. So you can do digital sketches, like digital mock-ups, however you want. But I want 3 completely different looking versions. So not like one where you have the words and then you're like, well, and then this one's blue. The first one was red. That's not a difference. I want you to, this is where you get creative. This is where you try different stuff out. This is where you sit and you're like, you could do literally 1 hour. If you sat down and concentrated for 20 minutes on just one logo design, do it. And all this together shouldn't take that much time. So let's show you the student example. Yes, I don't have all the stuff in here. All right, here's a student example, and I'm going to show you some other stuff. So the student designed this. This is their cover page. Let's zoom in. Just cover page, little part 1, research and concepts. Don't copy what they did, but nice and easy. Use InDesign, multi-page, where you can set up backgrounds. Start doing that now. All right. Not like this second, but use InDesign. Design this into InDesign. Some people design it into Illustrator. Illustrator is harder to do, oddly, than InDesign when you're doing multi-page stuff, because you're using InDesign to create the presentation, but not design the logos. Let's say that. And then I go to page 2. Who is Bubbler? I want you to tell me who is Bubbler and show me the competition. Here they have it. Just go. They read about it. They found some imagery, which means you're looking at what they have. All right. That makes sense. You need to know this. If you showed me a Bubbler logo in yellow, I'd be like, did you even go to the website? Or if you typed it out, and I'd be like, why don't you use the logo? And I'll go back to the logo in a minute. And then they included there's some competition. We need to make sure. Why do we include competition? Like who's bubbler competition? Because we don't want to end up having our work look like the competition. Think of Pepsi and Coke. If Coca-Cola started putting blue into their designs, people would be like, why do they look like Pepsi? So if you started doing something and used like this font for bubbler, people are like, why are they copying Poppy? You know, so just a tiny bit of research. Who's bubbler? Concept 1, geometric retro. So they had an idea. They did a little write-up. They have an example of what they are going for. And then they did a quick sketch. Now I'm going to tell everybody now what I told this student, and it changed. Don't Burst My Summer Bubble needs to be the big section, and the Bubbler and Summerfest needs to be the small section. So as we work through this, and I'm giving you that advantage to know something in advance, Don't Burst My Summer Bubble giveaway is number 1. Bubbler and Summerfest come number 2. Oh, you know, I'll show you some of my work that I did in the past. Here they wanted a mid-century modern logo. They found some examples, visual examples, and did a little lockup. And then they did it for gradients. Blah, blah. And for all of these, I talked to the student, and it changed. And I was like, we got to make the Don't Burst My Summer Bubble giveaway the big part, not just bubbler. You know what I mean? We got to advertise that. We got to see it from miles away. That's a student example. Right here, I included a link that have the logos. It has the bubbler logo, AI. It has the Summerfest logo and a PDF of the Summerfest guidelines. So when you download this, look those over to know what not to do. Oh, I put the Summerfest logo in blue. I'll be like, why'd you do it in blue? Did you not see their guidelines? Their guidelines are like their law. Like you never change it from the guidelines unless they say you can. So Tuesday for this bigger project, the presentation deck, again, just follow along with what this student did. Don't copy it. Do your own design, be creative, and 3 logos. I'll show you some stuff I've done in the past. I think it should be an Illustrator. And you know what I talk about? That organizing your files, you can do it in this too. Look at this. I got that one, and then I got bubble, and I got some designs. So here's the one I did a couple of years ago, year ago. Don't Burst My Summer Bubble giveaway with Bubbler and Summerfest. You know, went that direction with one. Oh, I did the ticket one. Or I did like this. I'll show you more on this later. Like super stylized text, ton of variations. You'll be doing variations on your logo as well. And then I did this one. I don't have a finished one. This was before the files were saving correctly. But it was like the Don't and it Burst My Summer Bubble giveaway. And it was like, looked like a floaty in water, and I was teaching some other things. So again, that Don't Burst My Summer Bubble is the biggest thing. Here's like a poster I did. Ignore. You know, like that's the number one thing right there. I'll go over more of this on Thursday. I'll show you drawings and my step-by-step process, and I'll do some of the step-by-step process with you. I always love doing that, and I always try to, every year or every semester I teach this, I try very hard to actually do it with you and like, here's what I designed. What did you design? And take you through the process. So I think that covers it. I will do these two on Thursday because they're quick. And I want you to ruminate on this, knock out these. All this can be done. All these two can be done today. Just knock them out, turn them in. Just be done with them. Start thinking about this one. You know, the way to think about this one, you know, like is to make the deck. Don't think about the logos first. Start going on the website and their websites and stuff and start being like, oh, okay, maybe I'll pull some of this design aspects from this, that, or the other, and I'll make my 5 pages. And like you slowly ease yourself into it, and then that'll give you more ideas. My other one is spread this workout. I'm sorry if sometimes I say Sunday. You have 1 week to work on this. Don't do this Tuesday. Don't wait until next week, Tuesday. Well, if you want to and you want shitty work, wait till Tuesday to do it. Spread it out. Your brain is more creative when you spread it out. Oh no, Joel, I work better under pressure. It's because you're forced to. The problem with being forced to be creative in a limited time span, one, yeah, it does some great things, but you're not allowing yourself the opportunity to then think about what you started and to make changes. You would be amazed at like starting and like maybe you have 3 logo concepts, do 1 a day, but before Tuesday, and then think about it. And then go back to them and be like, oh, you know what? Now that I thought about it for a day or two, this one needs to change. And then make some changes to it. If you don't give yourself the time to make creative changes, you're just sending in the first and only idea. And the people who think about it, design, stop, think, go back, adjust, and make better are the better designers. You'd be hard pressed to find anybody who's a professional designer or like Sue Ryan, who's just like, oh no, I just do it the day before. Yeah, it's good enough. Nobody does that. Nobody wants to be in that situation. You design, you think about it, you do some rough sketches. All right, I'll jump in for 1 second. One other thing. One last thing, but I'll go into this more. Bubble. Oh, here, yeah. So like if I open this, there's my don't burst my summer bubble giveaway. I just sit around and draw. You know, like what was this one? That was the beginning. Oh, this is the refinement. And this isn't even refining. This is done with me watching TV. So a lot of times I'll like put on something, you know, in the background, and I don't need to watch it. I can just look up once in a while, and I'll just sit there and do it then. It's not taking up any of my time, and it's less stressful for me. Is that the one I opened? Not that one. It's the same crap. Just more notes. You know, just start. How am I going to start? What do I want to do? How do I want to do it? Just over and over. Drawing. Write things out. Think about the words. How do they work with each other? Again, we'll get into that more on Thursday. But start that process. Start the presentation. Maybe start working on one logo. Or start that. I want to do a logo that's like, oh, what's the name of it? Hyper. The 80s, 90s look that everybody's in. What is it? Vaporwave. Thank you. Yeah. You know, like I want to do one in Vaporwave. All right, start kind of gathering some visuals. I want to do one that's like totally 50s. Start gathering some visuals. And I want to do one that's just like freeform and fun. Start gathering some visuals. So dig around, play around, have some fun. This should be fun. You're doing this for fun. Yeah, when I first started talking about your checklist and all that, that should flow. But right now we're just logoing and having, you know, a good time with it. Yeah. Nobody's online. Do you have any questions as of now? All right. I think that's it. So you know how to reach me. If you have any questions after watching this video, send me a text, whatever. Get a hold of me. Let me know. And we'll do the same thing, but different on Thursday. And then we'll just continue that until the end of the semester. And you'll have a ton of great work. And hopefully you have a ton of fun. And I really love this class and doing this. And yeah, we'll get through it. Again, somebody turned something in already. I didn't look at it yet, but I'm going to look at it soon. I hope I don't have to be like, you should use the mid-session project review. So we'll see what happens. All right. Thank you very much. Talk to you Thursday.